Did you know that by the time you reach your 60s, the blood vessels in your legs can lose up to 30% of their elasticity, essentially acting like old, kinked garden hoses that struggle to push life, giving oxygen to your feet and toes? That heavy, aching feeling in your calves or that persistent coldness in your feet isn't just a sign of getting older. It is a loud distress signal from your circulatory system that something is fundamentally wrong, and if you ignore it, you are risking more than just discomfort. You are risking your mobility and independence. But what if I told you that a single, specific drink, made from ingredients likely sitting in your kitchen right now, has been shown in clinical studies to significantly dilate those vessels and get your blood pumping with the vigor of someone 20 years younger within just hours of consumption? Today, we are diving deep into the science of senior vascular health and revealing the exact potency drink that targets leg circulation, because staying active and upright starts with what you put in your glass before you ever take a step. When we talk about circulation in the legs, we are specifically looking at the peripheral arterial system, which is the network of vessels responsible for carrying blood away from your heart and down to your lower extremities. As we age, a process called atherosclerosis often begins to narrow these pathways, but even more common is the stiffening of the vessel walls, which makes it harder for the heart to push blood against gravity back up to the torso. This is why you might notice swelling or that heavy leg syndrome after a long day of sitting or standing. To combat this, we need to focus on nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide is a signaling molecule in your body that tells your blood vessels to relax and open up, a process known as vasodilation. The drink I want to introduce you to today is centered around a root vegetable that is essentially a nitric oxide powerhouse, the beetroot. Beetroot juice is high in dietary nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxide. When you drink concentrated beet juice, your blood vessels respond by widening, which immediately reduces the pressure on your heart and allows blood to flow much more freely into the small capillaries of your legs. But we aren't just talking about plain beet juice, because to maximize the effect for those over 60, we need to pair it with a specific fat-soluble catalyst and an anti-inflammatory kick. To make this drink truly effective for senior health, you should blend about 1 cup of pure beetroot juice with a ½ inch of fresh ginger root and a squeeze of lemon. But the secret ingredient is a tiny pinch of black pepper and a teaspoon of high-quality olive oil. You might think adding oil to a juice sounds strange, but many of the protective compounds in your vascular system are fat-soluble, and the ginger acts as a natural anticoagulant, thinning the blood just enough to help it glide through narrow passages without the risks associated with heavy medication. This combination doesn't just mask the symptoms of poor circulation. It actively works to repair the endothelial lining of your arteries. If you drink this about an hour before you plan on going for a walk or doing your daily chores, you will likely notice a significant decrease in that claudication or cramping pain that often stops seniors in their tracks. It is a biological jumpstart for your legs. However, a drink alone isn't a magic wand if your daily habits are working against you. One of the biggest mistakes I see people over 60 make is relying on passive circulation, meaning they wait for the blood to move on its own. Your calf muscles are actually considered your second heart. Every time you flex your calf, it squeezes the deep veins in your legs, pushing blood back toward the heart. If you are sitting for hours watching television or reading, that pump is turned off, and the blood begins to pool around your ankles, which can lead to varicose veins and even dangerous blood clots, like deep vein thrombosis. So, while you enjoy your circulation-boosting drink, you must also implement movement snacks throughout the day. A movement snack is just 2 minutes of heel-tut, raises, or simply marching in place while the kettle boils. This physical mechanical action, combined with the chemical vasodilation from the nitrates in the beet juice, creates a synergistic effect that flushes out metabolic waste from your leg tissues and replaces it with fresh, nutrient-rich blood. We also have to address the elephant in the room when it comes to leg health: inflammation and sugar. High blood sugar levels are incredibly damaging to the tiny vessels in your feet, a condition often seen in diabetic neuropathy. When your blood is sticky, with excess sugar. It acts like sandpaper on the inside of your arteries, creating microscopic tears that the body tries to patch with cholesterol, leading to plaques. This is why, if you are over 60, you should avoid drinking this circulation juice with a high-carb meal. Instead, consume it on a relatively empty stomach or with a handful of walnuts. Walnuts are rich in alpha-linolenic acid, which further supports the flexibility of your arteries. By keeping your blood sugar stable, you allow the ingredients in the drink to do their job of repairing the vessels rather than just fighting off the damage caused by your last meal. Another critical factor that many people overlook is hydration and mineral balance. You can have the widest blood vessels in the world, but if your blood volume is low because you are dehydrated, your circulation will still suffer. Many seniors have a diminished sense of thirst, leading to chronic dehydration that makes the blood thicker and harder to move. Your circulation drink actually helps with this because the natural electrolytes in beets, like potassium, help pull water into your bloodstream rather than just letting it sit in your tissues and cause swelling. Potassium is the direct antagonist to sodium. While sodium can cause you to hold onto water and increase blood pressure, potassium helps your body flush out excess salt and relaxes the tension in your vessel walls. If you find that your legs are often swollen and leave a dent when you press on your skin, this is a sign that your sodium-potassium ratio is out of balance, and this drink can help reset that equilibrium. It is also important to talk about what not to do. Many people try to fix leg circulation by using heating pads or very hot baths. While the warmth feels good and does provide temporary surface-level vasodilation, it doesn't solve the underlying arterial issue and can actually be dangerous if you have reduced sensation in your feet. Instead of external heat, focus on internal thermogenesis. Spices like cayenne pepper, when added to your diet or even a tiny pinch in your beet drink, contain capsaicin. Capsaicin triggers a release of heat within the body and stimulates blood flow immediately. It's like turning on an internal furnace that pushes blood to your furthest extremities. If you can tolerate a little bit of spice, it is one of the fastest ways to see an improvement in cold feet and leg numbness. As we look at the long-term picture of your health, consistency is the key. You won't fix years of vascular stiffness with one glass of juice, but if you make this circulatory cocktail a part of your morning routine for 21 days, the cumulative effect on your arterial health can be measured by a doctor. You will likely find that your blood pressure readings are lower, your energy levels are higher because your muscles are finally getting the oxygen they crave, and that nagging heaviness in your legs begins to lift. You deserve to move through your golden years without pain or the fear of losing your mobility. Your legs are the foundation of your freedom, and treating them with the right nutrients is the best investment you can make in your future self. To recap everything we have discussed, improving leg circulation after 60 requires a two-pronged approach, using dietary nitrates like those found in beetroot juice to chemically open your vessels and using frequent calf movements to mechanically pump blood back to your heart. Remember to avoid high sugar triggers that damage your vessel walls and keep your hydration levels high to ensure your blood remains at the optimal consistency for flow. If you found this information valuable, make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and let me know in the comments what topic you want to see next.